The formal CEO of Binance, Zhao Changpeng, popularly known as CZ, has just given advice and tips about the Pay network. This is very important information that you guys won't want to miss out on. If you guys could recall, this guy also predicted the fall of Bitcoin on his Twitter account sometime around 2 years ago. Therefore, I think his prediction shouldn't be taken lightly. So, what exactly is the advice and speculation of Zhao to the Pay networkers? Keep watching this video to find out. Just before I proceed, there's a very important news, or let me say update, which I felt the need to tell you guys. As we all know, Notcoin token just launched on Binance and other crypto a few hours ago, and many of us just made thousands of dollars easy just by this free Telegram app mining. Guys, I brought update about this Notcoin previously, and many people choose. Now, there is another chance for us to quickly join another project just like Notcoin, which is sure to also make us a lot of money just like Notcoin did. And guess what, guys? All these projects are free to be mined on Telegram app just like Notcoin did. There are 5 of these projects, and you guys should be sure not to miss a single one of the 5, because each of it is all going to make us lots of money. The first one is Yescoin, which is already mentioned by Binance. Second one is TapSwap by Solana. The third is Near by BNB. The fourth one is MemeFi, and the last one is PocketFi. I'll drop the link to register all in this video's description, and also pin it in the comments section. Guys, I repeat, do not miss all these 5 simply mined project on Telegram. In case you got confused or you have any question, you can drop it in the comments section or join my newly created Insider Telegram group where you'll get to interact with me directly about anything regarding to crypto or making money in general. That being said, I'll go back to Pi. As we proceed, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell, so you get to know whenever we post similar videos like this. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. It's not news anymore that the Pay network is already on Binance, as we can see on the screen, but it is not actually listed to be traded yet. However, when do you think the Pay network will be given actual value? Well, it's going to be sooner than expected. Now, here's what Zhao Changpeng, the CEO of Binance, said about the chances of new coins like Pi Network and other listings on the Binance platform.
CZ Binance listing tips. The number one thing we look for is the number of users. So if a project or if something has a large number of users, it has value. So that's utility value. So if a project has millions of users, every exchange is going to want to list it because we want that liquidity. We want those users. We also strictly forbid people promising their users they're going to list on Binance or projecting or indicating they will list on Binance before they list on Binance. So we treat listing on Binance as a very confidential event until it happens. For any project to apply, we ask for a one-way NDA, so the project cannot disclose any information to anybody else. If they do, then they violate that contract, and we usually either delay the listing process, very often indefinitely. So we basically cancel that listing. So if you hear any project saying that they will list on Binance, etc., you can pretty much assume they won't. This shilling project on Twitter, there's also pressuring Binance to list and saying bad things about Binance to pressure us to list. When you step over those boundaries, the project gets on a blacklist and we don't list it. We never succumb to pressure like that. So I advise people to not to do that.
Now, the big question is, does the Pi network pass these criteria? The answer is yes. And as a matter of fact, I think if the P-Core team wanted to list on Binance, the PiCoin would have been listed on the exchange a long time ago. The core team must have a bigger plan for the Pi network. This includes building its own ecosystem apps and marketplace finance. The listing process is subject to a rigorous and thorough due diligence process, and we are all excited to see where this project goes. We'll keep being patient through it, and we hope it will turn out perfect at the end of the day. Actually, in some of my past videos, I also mentioned various transactions that were reported to be made using PiCoin. But that doesn't mean we should let overhypers spoil the reputation of our beloved Pi. So, now let's get more serious. Will a slice of pie make you rich? Let's do the investigation together. As I previously mentioned, there are a number of people online who assert that they have paid their expenditures with Pi. Let me demonstrate a few of them. It appears from this image that they enjoyed their hotel meal. However, this is not what they are actually attempting to say. The main message they are conveying through this is that they are all holding their mobile phones with the Pi Network's application open, and they are essentially demonstrating how they utilized the tokens they had mined to pay their expenses. Not all of these posts from the region of Vietnam have been published. As you can see, a man from Vietnam tweeted a photo of his pricey watch and said that he purchased it using Pi, which did cost him about 0.7 Pies. The price of the watch was roughly $2,200 in US dollars. You can see from these posts that he is not only displaying his watch, but also the documentation of the transactions he carried out using Pi. Additionally, he said, yes, 1 Pi is worth the sum I previously informed you. And as I just mentioned, the Pi network is a little more prevalent in Vietnam, which is why I'm making that claim. Well, it will be clarified in the following post. One of the craziest posts I've read thus far is this one. From this video, you guys can observe how obsessed the Vietnamese are with the Pi network. This is a little strange. In Vietnam, an auto dealership started taking payments in Pi. Utterly absurd, correct? Now, some viewers will naively assume that these are unquestionably false and true. You will now assert that the Pi network has a sizable user base of more than 35 million people. Yes, we do. But if you dig a little bit deeper, you'll discover that there are roughly 20 to 25 Twitter groups dedicated just to promoting the Pi network. They publish about the Pi network every hour, portraying it as the greatest cryptocurrency ever. Once again, guys, don't get me wrong. Pi network is fantastic, and I am also a pioneer myself. But common guys, isn't this ridiculous? And I'm not really sure who those individuals are, but I can state with certainty that you won't find any posts like this if you visit the Pi network's official Twitter account. Regarding the Pi's price, there is no formal word. One thing I would advise is to not believe anyone who claims that this price will be the actual, final price of it until you receive an official statement or other form of announcement. And since there is no official announcement of the pricing or anything else, it is very evident that most of the shared posts are completely false. Not all, though. So, the question at hand now is, why are these folks making these posts? See, it's obviously just a strategy to inflate the enthusiasm surrounding the Pi network. I'm not sure if they are receiving anything in return for doing it, but I can state with certainty that it's going to do more harm than good to the Pi network project. You see, the reason I'm protesting is that, given the fact that there are approximately 35 million people mining Pi, this price, or lemme say, value that most people are giving is obviously too exorbitant and unreasonable.